polite conversation here. If you like this content, please like the video and subscribe for more content every week. Today I will be discussing the current school system. Last week I discussed the Christian school system in America, but I'll make this video a little bit more general, and it will apply to both public and private institutions. My first grievance starts in middle school. I do not think that teachers do a good enough job of presenting all the viable career options to the students. I think that this is the most important part of middle school. Students are no longer forced to continue in the career of their parents, and rather they can pick a career option based on their skill set and what they are best at. Computer sciences, computer programming, all of these are ignored for the most part in early education. This should not be the case. This is where the jobs will be. This is an important career option now. Focusing on math, science, literature, grammar is fine when you present those options to kids, but you also need to kind of reform education so that it includes new jobs and jobs that are important to modern society. When you choose all the classes hundreds of years ago, that doesn't allow for any meaningful change to occur. Not a lot's changed in education, and I think this is one of the reasons why it's out of date. One problem I have with the current high school system is that there's not a lot of room for advancement. High school can kind of feel like a jail sentence because no matter how good you are at school, you're forced to stay for a determined number of years. You can change that through early graduation, but early graduation is not based on how intelligent you are. It's based on you getting a certain number of credits, which is the same thing as earlier, it's just less time. I do not think that there are enough advanced class options either. People in high school are forced to stay for a number of years. They're forced to pick a number of classes, and it doesn't matter how good they are at those classes, they pretty much have to take them. There's a little bit of testing out, but I don't think that's been applied to a good extent. It should be applied more. People should be given more options, especially when they grow older and they're more reasonable, more rational. Another grievance is inefficiency, wasted time and wasted money. We all know that the school system takes loads of money, and they're not always the most effective at using that. In addition to this, I feel like a lot of time at school is wasted. There's study halls, there's breaks. During class, we hardly get anything done. And I feel like school should be more, you get the work done and you leave when you're done, because that's how real life works, and that's how you can build responsibility in students. If a student has to stay for 10 hours at school because they goof off the whole time, they're probably going to change their behavior. But when people who are efficient and can get stuff done on time are still forced to stay for the same number of years, the same number of hours every day, that gets a little bit discouraging. Another reason why I dislike the current high school system is there's a lack of community. What the high school system does is puts everybody together. They don't consider any intelligence levels, efficiency at school, interest, any of this stuff. Normally, when you have a community, you have people who have one common bond, and they're coming together and they're joining because they have something in common, and that's the one thing that they put as most important. But in school, students are kind of forced to live with people who under normal circumstances they would not interact with. Now you may be saying this is good, this teaches people to get along, but that's not the case. In high school you often have bullying because big, strong, tough people are put with nerds. In real life, The nerds are going to go on science, math jobs. They're going to go there. The bullies, they're going to more labor intensive jobs. Not saying that everybody who goes into that field is a bully. I'm just saying that's where they gravitate to. So it doesn't really work. And this goes back to advancement. It's kind of like tying everybody up, doing a three-legged race with hundreds of people. Teachers don't know what to do. The teacher teaches stuff. Um, the advanced people, the people who are good at school, already have learned this. They get bored. The people who are less good at school, maybe less intelligent, they get frustrated. They get mad, or they just quit caring. The people in the middle, that's what school is structured for, and I don't think that's necessarily good. Should we be nourishing those people who are going to be mediocre, which we should be doing, or should we focus also on the more advanced people, the people who are going to make a real difference in their field of study, the people who can think differently, who can think rationally, who can think out of the box? Right now, you're not engaging them. You're not exercising their mind. They're sitting off in a corner. They can do all the work like that, but after that's done, they're just bored. Their mind's not engaged, and that's not healthy. I feel like society would be a lot better off if we could engage those people while also trying to lift the people from the bottom and putting them into their fullest potential. But the main focus obviously should be on the field changers, the people who can make a real difference. These are just some of the grievances I have with the school system. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next week.